What's up guys, welcome back to another video. Today's topic, cardio. Cardio is just one of those things, you know, nobody really likes to do cardio, do they? Is it just me? Or raise your hand out there if you hate cardio. I am just not a big fan of cardio, but it's something that I try to incorporate into my workouts because it is super helpful. Today I'm going to talk to you about the different types of cardio, where your heart rate is at in each zone of cardio, and the benefits in each zone. Before I get into the video, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button, and we're gonna get into cardio. All right, so I moved over here so I can flash stuff up on the screen here because there's gonna be a lot of visuals so you guys know exactly what kind of cardio you want to do. So there's 5 different levels, each with a different zone of heart rate that you're supposed to be at. So I did a sample calculation for myself. Looking up online to find your max heart rate, it's just 220 minus your age. So I'm 23, so my max heart rate is around 197, so that's what I use for my calculation. So in zone number 1, your max heart rate is gonna be between 50 and 60% of your max heart rate. For me, this comes out between about 98 and 118 beats per minute. You're gonna be in this zone when you're doing a warm-up. It's gonna be very light intensity. You probably won't work up too much of a sweat unless you do it for a long enough time. But you're gonna use this time to get loose, get your body warm, so you can perform at your peak in the workout. Some ways to get your heart rate at this level is just a walk or a really slow jog. Zone number 2 is gonna be between 60 and 70% of your max heart rate. For me, this is between 118 and 138 beats per minute. So this zone is commonly known as LISS, which is low intensity steady state cardio. This is where you're gonna have the best chance at burning fat. You're gonna work up a sweat. It's gonna be low intensity, but high enough intensity where you're burning fat, you're sweating, but you're not gonna tire yourself out. That's the key to this kind of cardio. Some ways to accomplish this cardio is stair stepper or incline treadmill, or even a slower jog. Zone number 3 is gonna be between 70 and 80% of your max heart rate. For me, this is between 138 and 156 beats per minute. So this zone is great for endurance training. If you're training for any kind of distance race or anything pertaining to distance where you need to sustain for a long period of time, this is gonna be the zone that you wanna train at. This is good for maintaining a long period of time, but it's gonna be also great for your recovery period because you're not gonna be super depleted, so you're still gonna have a decent recovery time. Some ways to accomplish this cardio is running, skiing, rowing, any way that's gonna get your heart rate up a little faster than what you're used to, a little faster than what makes you comfortable, but it's still sustainable. Zone 4 is gonna be between 80 and 90% of your max heart rate. For me, that's between 157 and 177 beats per minute. So the type of cardio that goes along with zone 4 is usually HIIT training, which is high intensity interval training. This is gonna be one of the major calorie burning zones. This is where you're getting your heart rate up really high for a short period of time and then letting it drop back down, then getting it back up really high and drop back down. That's what interval training means. This is really gonna burn a lot of calories. It's also a good way to burn fat, but it is a good way to burn yourself out. So you don't want to be doing this cardio every day, as you're going to really fatigue your body and your recovery times are going to be way slower. So you want to maybe do this cardio only 2 to 3 times per week if you don't want to tire yourself out. Some ways to accomplish this cardio is pick up basketball games, pick up football games, even short sprints are gonna do the trick. And the last zone, zone 5, is gonna be between 90 and 100% of your max heart rate. This is where you're literally sprinting all out, using the max amount of energy that your body is willing to output. This is not sustainable for a very long time, but you are gonna burn a lot of calories by doing this kind of cardio. This is a little bit more intense HIIT training. It's also not sustainable to try to do every single day during the week. You're gonna tire yourself out and your fatigue levels are gonna be at its max. One way to accomplish this kind of cardio is just full out sprints. You have to get your body moving to its absolute max where your heart rate really can't take much more before passing out really. So for me, when I was doing my cut and I was trying to burn a lot of fat, obviously I'm gonna go to zone 2, which is gonna be the fat burning zone where I did mostly low intensity steady state cardio. When I was getting way deeper into my cut and I was having more trouble burning body fat, I just needed to burn more calories, I would jump into zone 4 and start doing and mix in 1 to 2 HIIT training sessions a week. This helped me burn through those plateaus and still be able to keep losing weight. So a lot of you might think that it's not good to do cardio when you're trying to bulk, when you're trying to gain weight. For me, cardio is going to be used more towards making myself hungry because when I'm eating more food than I'm used to, I'm really not going to be craving food all the time because I'm going to be full all the time. So doing cardio is going to be kind of a way for me to make myself hungrier so I can fit more into my stomach, because when I'm burning energy doing cardio, it's going to make me hungrier. So that's the basics to any kind of cardio that you plan on doing. I think cardio is super helpful. I recommend cardio no matter what kind of training you're going to be doing. So I hope this video was helpful. If it was, make sure you guys subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next video.